Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 9, season 3 of Warikoo Wednesdays. Let me start with a simple question. What do you think is the purpose of a child? Quite a few of you may say that the purpose of a child is to grow into an adult. And I read this article some time back, which had this very fascinating perspective, and I agree with it, that the purpose of a child is to remain a child. The purpose of a child is to enjoy the moment of remaining a child, the innocence, the naivety that comes with being a child. But just because we see all children become an adult, we attribute its purpose to becoming an adult. Now, here's where it becomes interesting. There are species, flowers, insects that come into this world and die the very same day that they came in. They live their entire life in seemingly what is one moment. And yet the entire world makes it that moment just as enriching, just as fulfilling as perhaps our lives are. So what was the purpose of that moment? And then the follow-up question is, when you're in the moment, do you cherish the moment or do you try and capture the moment? Or if you're in the moment where you're witnessing something truly special, do you pull out your camera and try and shoot a video or click a photograph? Or do you enjoy it through your own senses? And what the article argues, which in some way made sense to me at least, was that when you're trying to capture that moment through your own senses, what you're essentially doing is building memories. And memories will fade away. What will be left of that moment several years hence will be the fading memory of what you've retained in your head through your eyes, the smell, the touch, the feel. Instead, if you captured it, then you've held that memory, that moment, forever. Just the way it was. And every time that you see it, every time that you witness it, your senses will emote the same way that perhaps they did when you were in that moment. And that's the fascinating thing about moments. So it's a hard question to answer. Should you try and retain the moment through an artificial sense, or should you try and capture the moment through your own senses? And while it's obvious and it seems almost socially reputable and respectable to say that drop all the artificial senses and just retain it through your own senses, is that the purpose of the moment? And is that the purpose of your senses? Because if the purpose of your senses is to witness the moment and just to witness in that precise moment and leave it, then do we make it the responsibility of our senses to remember it forever? Is the purpose of a child to become an adult? Or is the purpose of a child to remain a child forever? Until the next week, I'll see you all. Bye.